watching the play of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wentz now on first down. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Throwing is Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Run. Come on.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Flushed out right. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Hey, bye. 54, son. Hey, Tuesday.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
This is Ajayi. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Out to his left. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. Here's a Giant. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Wentz. What about the 5? And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go. Sunday.
Now Wentz on the move to his left. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On third down, Adams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on fourth down?
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
Let's 5-2. Forward Tokyo.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
81.
They come out here in the eye. Now Wentz rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. And this one is incomplete. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. Jones break, touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 67 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brooks Reed in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
82.
Throwing now is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Bruce Irvin in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to 4th down. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 30. And now running right through it. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Hey, let's go. Hey, South. Got him. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 34. After the interception, here's Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So now 2 pick-sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick-6. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. On second down, here's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman from 17 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Trying to unite us?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? Because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, let's go. 21. Hey, let's go. 20.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Now Ryan on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And just like that, it's third down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Freeman again. And an alley to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left, and this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have broken our tie. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now it's a Giant. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jack Crawford coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. They do go for it. It's Wentz, eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Get up!
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
They'll begin here with Adams. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Ertz has it left side. That Eagle 1st down, Wentz to Ertz.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Sunday!
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A first throw for the backup Foles. Flush to his right. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 58 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So out come the Falcons now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Gun!
Right back to him on 1st down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 33 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle. Touchdown, Falcons! Julio Jones with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have broken our tie. And he's got it up and through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Lion!
Play action to Sproles. Wins. He'll buy some time right. And this will be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the first down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't be.
Darren Sproles, the 40, the 30, 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Darren Sproles Eagles with a return of 102 yards. There the Eagles are back within a score. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for two? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And it's complete. Hooper. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To throw is Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Deion Jones leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Wentz. Screen pass to Sproles. Space to maneuver at the 40. 23 yards on the play.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Back to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And he's gonna have his running back. It's complete. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He's back to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw, Wentz. And that's incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to tie things up in the final minute. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Throwing now is Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here's Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And his kick is good. A little bit of redemption after he missed 2 field goals earlier. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already...